Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy DLloyd. So tonight is finally draft night for the NBA. Starting at 7 o'clock Eastern, the NBA draft is going to be going down, man. And I cannot wait for this draft to actually kick off. One, I'm a Lakers fan, so we only been really involved in the draft the last 2 years. So I'm just excited that we finally possibly might be able to take a good player. And two, man, I just love the draft in general. You get to see future talent, you get to see future busts. All that stuff happens all in one night. A whole bunch of trades are going to go down. I expect a lot of trades to go down. We got a teaser of that yesterday with Derrick Rose being shipped out. I expect more big deals to happen tonight. But the NBA draft starting tonight. Chad Ford out of ESPN, he came up with his mock draft this morning, his very last mock draft of the year. And we're pretty much going to go over, review it a little bit, and pretty much give our thoughts and how we how I see the draft pretty much going, if I agree with the draft picks or not. So obviously his first pick is going to be Ben Simmons. This is pretty much a must. Everybody's now saying that they knew Ben Simmons was going to go, or the Sixers knew they were going to select Ben Simmons as soon as the lottery happened. We pretty much had Ben Simmons going number one for a while now, so it's pretty much a no-brainer. I think he can be a great fit. Now, I am one of those people that do question his motor and if he has that it factor in terms of personality-wise, if he's going to go get it, if he's going to give you 100%, because he does look a little not interested sometimes. Now, I've only seen him in person one time. That was when he played against Kentucky here in Rep Arena. And, you could see that he's clearly probably the most talented player in this draft class. But when you watch his body language, and I was watching him like pretty much the whole game, just because I wanted to see what Ben Simmons was all about. He does seem disinterested at times throughout the game, especially if he's not getting his touches or if they're losing. Sometimes he seems a little disinterested. Now, that could be a little worrisome, but his talent is definitely not questionable here. He's probably the best player in terms of potential in this draft. I definitely can't argue the fact that he goes number one. And plus, if the Philadelphia 76ers maybe play him at point guard or he brings the ball up the court a lot, he could definitely develop into a fantastic player. Now, the second pick for the Los Angeles Lakers is supposed to be Brandon Ingram. That's who he has. I think pretty much that is the consensus pick for the Lakers is Brandon Ingram. Now, the only reason or only way I possibly see this not going to Brandon Ingram is if a team comes up and offers the Lakers pretty much a can't refuse deal. The only deal that I could see that happening with is possibly with Sacramento. If Sacramento calls up and say, "Hey, Mitch, we're going to go ahead and give you DeMarcus Cousins," that's pretty much the only way I can see the Lakers shipping that pick. But if not, I pretty much see Brandon Ingram going number two. He's going to grow into a fantastic player as well. He can shoot. He is lanky, but he has that 7'3" wingspan. He bulk up a little bit. I think Brandon Ingram could be a great player. Now, number three, he has Chris Dunn going to the Boston Celtics. Now, Chris Dunn is he's the third best player in my opinion in this draft. So I still think we're in great territory. Three great players. I'm not sure, though, if he's going to go to the Boston Celtics. I believe the Celtics might actually trade this pick, but you never know. If they end up holding on to the spot at number three, I think they end up going with Chris Dunn. Fantastic player. This man can defend. He will develop into a great player. I like Chris Dunn. I think most people do like Chris Dunn. Now, number four, they got Marquise Chris. Now, I do not like this pick at all to the Phoenix Suns. I don't agree with this pick. I know he could technically fit into the lineup, but I'm not a Marquise Chris guy. I think he's actually probably the first bust in this top 10. But they have him going up there as high as number four. I think that is definitely a reach. If you do draft Chris, I think he's a player you have to get towards the end of the lottery, maybe towards the end of the first round. He probably should have went back to school, honestly, but they have him going number four. So if they make that draft pick, I could be wrong. I think he's a raw talent. He might be able to develop. I just do not see it happening for whatever reason. Number five, they got my man Jamal Murray from Kentucky going to the Timberwolves. This could be a good pick. Now, the Timberwolves, they want Chris Dunn. If Chris Dunn is there, that's who they're going to go with. But on this mock draft, they have Chris Dunn going off the board at number three. So if he's off the board at number three, I think they're going to lean more towards Jamal Murray instead of Buddy Hield. So I definitely agree with that assumption. Jamal Murray, a little bit of a better shooter, in my opinion, than Buddy Hield. I know he could shoot too, but I definitely like Jamal Murray. I might be a little bit biased, though. But Definitely like Jamal Murray. I do not disagree with that pick. And if that happens, he has number 6 going to Buddy Hield, the New Orleans Pelicans. And that's pretty much a 1-2. I think those two players, Jamal Murray and Buddy Hield, are interchangeable. If Hield goes number 5, Jamal Murray might go number 6. I think those two pretty interchangeable. But number 7, he has Dragan Bender going from Croatia to the Denver Nuggets. Now, this guy, I haven't obviously seen a lot of him. I've seen some film online on YouTube and things like that. Obviously, I haven't got to see him a lot on TV. But pretty much Porzingis is his comparison. Be able to stretch the floor out a little bit, has the height a little bit. He could be a pretty, I don't even know. He could be a pretty good fit with the Nuggets. I'm not 100% agreeing with him. I think at this point, they're kind of going more best available than the best fit for the actual starting 5. If they go this route, I don't see him starting right away. He might be coming off the bench, but you definitely got to see how he works in the summer league and how he ends up going. But he's definitely still out there talent-wise at number 7, but I don't know if I agree with the scheme fit for the Denver Nuggets. Now, number 8, they got Jaelyn Brown going, the forward from Cal to the Sacramento Kings. This is definitely a pretty good pick. I'm not that high on Jaelyn Brown personally, but, I mean, he's already up there in that Bay Area. Him going to Sacramento makes perfect sense. But that's who they got going number 8. Number 9, the Toronto Raptors. I cannot say this guy's name, so do not kill me for it. I know it's Jakob Potelli, I believe it is. Podol, something like that. The center from Utah. They got him going number 9 to the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors could use him. I kind of lean towards Scalabrine here at this pick. But there's a lot of big men in like this 9 through 14 kind of range. A lot of big men, a lot of them are interchangeable. Pretty much just personal preference. I like the jump shot of Scalabrine, and I like the way I think I see him transferring over to the new style of basketball, because now it's pretty much no positions, honestly. You might have one big, maybe two bigs, but besides that, everybody's kind of interchangeable. It's definitely going small ball. I prefer a better jump shot, and I think Scalabrine has a better jump shot. So that's what I will go with number 9, but he has Jakob Potelli going number 9. Now, number 10, he has Dejounte Davis going to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, the Bucks, they pretty much have a great core of players. So I don't see Davis starting right away, obviously, if he goes to Milwaukee. But he could definitely be a great role player, somebody who they don't mind giving time and pretty much growing up. And he has a high upside, essentially. So we're going to wait for him, see what he could do in a couple years. But that's who they have going number 10. The number 11 to the Orlando Magic, they got Domantas Sabonis. I think I said his name wrong as well. Forward from Gonzaga, sophomore. That's what they got going to the Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic are in the situation, I think, that they could pretty much go either way in this whole draft. So they could go with a big. They could go with a forward. They could pretty much draft almost any position. Now, I don't know if any of these rookies are going to start for the Magic right away, but just trying to fill out the depth of the team, you could pretty much go best available, in my opinion, if you're the Orlando Magic. Number 12, only a couple more picks left in the lottery. Number 12, they got Henry Ellison from Marquette. The freshman center probably might be able to play power forward or center for the Atlanta Hawks. They just traded for this 12th pick yesterday with the trade involving Jeff T, the three-way deal with the Pacers, the Utah Jazz, and the Hawks. And they have him going with a big man at the 12th spot. You pretty much knew this was going to happen. They're all interchangeable here, so kind of pick your favorite player when it comes to big men. But, yeah, they have him going number 12 to the Atlanta Hawks. Not a bad deal, especially if Al Horford ends up leaving. If you can't bring him back, you get another big man. If you can't bring him back, you have a rookie that can sit behind Al Horford. Number 13, he has the Phoenix Suns selecting DeJounte Murray. The Phoenix Suns, they need talent pretty much everywhere. This guy is a guard. I feel like the Suns probably have a little too many guards. I wouldn't go with this pick if I was Phoenix, but you are in that position where maybe you just kind of taking best available, taking chances, people who you think have the higher upside. I'll probably go with Denzel Valentine before I go with Murray at this pick. But that's the pick they're going to end up going with. Well, not end up going with. That's the pick that is projected on ESPN. But number 14, the last and final spot in the lottery, and the last pick we're going to be talking about today is Denzel Valentine, who I just talked about. Number 14 to the Chicago Bulls. They just traded Derrick Rose. They're pretty much in a complete rebuilding stage. It wouldn't surprise me if they actually trade Jimmy Butler tonight and pretty much completely just demolish their whole starting five and just start back over. That would not surprise me one bit. But yeah, they have Denzel Valentine going number 14. And that is pretty much all, well, that is all the lottery picks. I think it's going to be a lot of trades. I don't think this draft is going to go exactly like this mock draft is going to end up going. It's going to be a lot of surprises, I think. I think it's going to be a couple of huge trades. Like I said, the Bulls might trade up with the Timberwolves with Tom Thibodeau, give the Timberwolves Jimmy Butler, maybe move that 5 spot. The Boston Celtics, I think they will probably end up moving and trading that 3 spot because Chris Dunn will be a great pick, but they don't need Chris Dunn, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. The Lakers, hopefully we get Brandon Ingram. Hopefully we can start turning things around also. But I wouldn't mind if we did trade for like a DeMarcus Cousins or we got a big-time piece back. But that is pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below, who do you have going in the lottery? What do you think is going to be the best players drafted? Who you think is going to be a bust? And let me know any possible trades you think might happen in tonight's draft, man. I am super excited for it. I cannot wait. 7 o'clock Eastern, the draft is going down. But please go ahead and leave this video a like. It's going to help me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy D Lloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.